Hello and welcome to For Luxury Travel. Today we will tell you about the top 10 must-see in Paris. Here are 10 locations in Paris that we would suggest to you if we had to choose just 10. Allow yourself to fall in love. Before we start, go ahead and subscribe. Also, press the bell button to get the latest updates. Without any further delay, let's start. In the list of the top 10 must-see in Paris, at number 10 we have the Eiffel Tower. What would Paris be like if it didn't have its iconic Eiffel Tower? It was designed by Gustave Eiffel to celebrate the French Revolution's centennial and was unveiled at the Exposition Universelle in Paris 1889. With nearly 7 million visitors a year, it is one of the most visited monuments in the world, standing at 324 metres tall. The Eiffel Tower 58, which spans 2 floors and stands 58 metres above ground, is located on the first floor. The view from the second floor is the highest at 115 metres, with a diving view of the ground below. Finally, on the third floor, at a height of 275 metres, you will see what Gustave Eiffel's office looked like. It is possible to use the stairs and ascend the steps for the more adventurous. The climb to the top of the Eiffel Tower is a must-do if you want to see a spectacular view of Paris. Next on the list, at number 9, we have Notre Dame Cathedral, one of Paris's most enduring symbols. Notre Dame de Paris, also known as Notre Dame, is a Roman Catholic cathedral on the Ile de la Cité's eastern half. It is generally regarded as one of France's and Europe's finest examples of French Gothic architecture, with its portals surrounded by many sculptures and gargoyles that adorn the roof. This cathedral began in 1163 and was completed in 1345. It is a sight to behold. We recommend taking a tour of the cathedral before entering and climbing the 387 steps to the top of the towers. The climb to the top of the towers is strenuous, but it rewards you with a panoramic view of the area and close-up views of the famous gargoyles. Next on the list at number 8, we have the Louvre Museum. The Louvre is the world's most visited art museum. This landmark house, a former royal palace, is located in the heart of Paris and has a total area of 210,000 square metres, including 60,600 square metres for exhibitions. The museum is housed in the Louvre, which was originally a fortress built by Philip II in the late 12th century. The remains of the fortress can be seen in the museum's basement. Next on the list at number 7, we have the Champs-Élysées Arc de Triomphe. Napoleon commissioned Jean Chalgrin to design a triumphal arch dedicated to the glory of imperial forces under the spell of ancient Roman architecture. It is the world's largest monument of its kind, having been built in the 19th century. Its pillars are adorned with stunning sculptures. The names of 558 commanders as well as major victories are etched on the arc's end. The tomb of the unknown soldier of France is located under the Arc de Triomphe. A stunning view of Paris can be had from the panoramic terrace above the entrance. The Arc de Triomphe stands 50 metres tall, 45 metres wide and 22 metres deep on the Place de l'Étoile, which leads to the Champs-Élysées, dubbed the most beautiful avenue in the world. Between the Place de la Concorde and the Arc de Triomphe, it spans 1.9 kilometres. Next on the list at number 6, we have Cruise on the Seine. Find the best way to visit the City of Light, enjoying a cruise on the Seine, especially at night. When the sun sets, the monuments are lit slowly. You get a panoramic view to the forefront so you can enjoy the beauty of Paris, Eiffel Tower, Notre Dame, Pont Alexandre III, and many more. You can also enjoy a dinner cruise on the Seine aboard a boat. For about 2 hours you are welcomed. Next on the list at number 5, we have Montmartre. Montmartre is a 130-metre high hill in Paris's northwestern outskirts that gives its name to the surrounding neighbourhood. The white-domed Basilica of the Sacred Heart, located at the summit, is its most famous feature. It was finished in 1919 and is dedicated to the French victims of the Franco-Prussian War of 1870. If you're in the city, stop by the NOTRE Square, which is just a few blocks away from the basilica. Many artists have set up their easels to paint visitors or to show their work. The Place de Tertre is a reminder of the early 20th century period when Montmartre was the epicenter of modern art, with artists such as Amedeo Modigliani, Claude Monet, Pablo Picasso and Vincent van Gogh working there. A few steps from the square of Tertre is the Espace Salvador Dali, a museum devoted primarily to the Spanish painter's sculpture and drawings. Next on the list at number 4 we have the Palace of Versailles. The Château de Versailles is France's most well-known castle. Versailles was the seat of a political power in the Kingdom of France from 1682 to 1789. It was built in the 17th century as a sign of French military power and a display of French dominance in Europe. This massive complex of houses, parks and terraces is a must-see for any tourist who will be enchanted by the luxurious accommodations, lavish decorations, furniture and gilded Renaissance works of art. Next on the list at number 3 we have the Latin Quarter, Luxembourg Park. The Sorbonne is situated on the left bank of the Seine in the Latin Quarter of Paris. The Latin Quarter is home to many higher education institutions, including the École Normale Supérieure, the École du Mines de Paris, and the École Polytechnique. It is known for its student life, vibrant atmosphere and bistros. The Latin language, which was once widely spoken in and around the university since Latin was the foreign language of learning in the Middle Ages, inspired the area's name. The Luxembourg Park is a public garden that was built in 1612 at Marie de Medici's request to complement the Luxembourg Palace. It is affectionately referred to as the Luco by Parisians. The Palais de Luxembourg, where the Senate sits, is surrounded by a park. It has been redesigned by André Le Notre and is very fun to walk around. There is also an orchard, multiple varieties of apples, an apiary, and an orchid set in the greenhouse. There are 106 sculptures, including a bronze replica of the Statue of Liberty, as well as 3 lovely fountains. Next on the list at number 2 we have Moulin Rouge. The Moulin Rouge is a cabaret that is credited with being the spiritual home of the popular French can-can. It was designed in 1889 by Joseph Oller and Charles Zidler in the heart of Pigalle at the foot of Montmartre Hill. The can-can, which began as a courtship dance, gave birth to the cabaret, which is now found in several countries around the world. The Moulin Rouge is now a tourist attraction that entertains people from all over the world. The theme and name have been copied and borrowed by other nightclubs all over the world, including Las Vegas. In addition, several films such as Baz Luhrmann's 2001 film starring Nicole Kidman and Ewan McGregor have aided the cabaret's popularity. Finally, on the list at number 1 we have Disneyland Paris. Mickey fans can go to Disneyland Paris, which is 32 kilometers from central Paris and has a link to the suburban RERA. Disneyland Paris has 2 theme parks, Disneyland and Walt Disney Studios, which has Sleeping Beauty's castle. Space Mountain, It Is a Small World, and Big Thunder Mountain are the most famous attractions. That is all for today, folks. Tell us in the comments section what is your point of view about these places. See you soon with another amazing video.